Hi, this is Mike from the band Incubus, and you're listening to Radio Oxygen. Shout out to Radio Oxygen.
Amigos de Radio Oxigeno 102.1, estamos muy felices de tener una de las bandas más importantes del rock alternativo de las últimas décadas. Tenemos el gusto de estar con Mike EINZIGER, tremendo guitarrista de la banda Incubus. Hi Mike, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
You're closing your Latin America tour here in Lima, Peru. Is there any reason in particular for that?
This is the last show?
The last show, yeah.
I don't think there's any particular reason why it's the last one, but you know, every tour has to have a beginning and an end. So this is the last show that we're playing after about a month of being on the road, and then we go home to Los Angeles tomorrow.
There are many fans in Peru that grow up with your music as the soundtrack of their lives. What does it mean to you to connect with audience geographically distant but emotionally close?
Yeah, I mean, I think the older that I get and the further into our existence as a band that we get, the more lucky and humbled I feel that so many people have connected with our music over decades of time. Also, you know, all over the world, you know, here in Peru, you know, it's far away from where we grew up in Los Angeles, and it's just amazing that that we could reach people, you know, so far away and for such a long period of time. So we're just very thankful.
Morning View, the album, is considered a classic by many. What do you remember about the recording process, and what do you think it has aged so well?
I mean, that period of time when we wrote and recorded Morning View was a very fun and exciting time for us. We were so young, you know, we were in our early 20s. Feel like we really kind of had the wind at our back. We were coming off of a lot of success with the album Make Yourself. Like, that was the first album that I think people really connected with in like a larger scale. We were just a bunch of kids having fun though. Like, we didn't really, you know, looking back on it now, it seems really crazy because it was like all of these things, all of these elements had to come together in order for all of that to happen. We were just kids having fun, like doing what we knew how to do. Nobody was telling us what to do. We just wrote the music that felt like it needed to be written from us and just following our instincts. So we're, again, very lucky, like feel very fortunate and just happy that the music connected and continues to stay connected with people who love it.
We noticed that you guys do some mashups with songs like In the Air Tonight by Phil Collins or Umbrella by Rihanna. What makes you choose that songs?
You know, those are songs that you know, we just, I mean, anytime we play like a cover song, I mean, there's so many like amazing songs that we wish we wrote. So sometimes we just decide like, oh, let's just play this song for fun, you know? Playing Umbrella is kind of like it's like a little joke, you know? Like, we love, not to say the song is a joke, I love that song, it's an amazing song. You know, we have a song called Under My Umbrella, and so it's kind of like, you know, it's like, haha.
Is there any song in the set list that has taking on a new meaning in this tour, and why?
I mean, I would just say that like the whole album, Morning View, has taken on, you know, a whole new meaning. It feels really different playing an album like that from front to back, the whole thing, and even like the spaces in between the songs, you know, it's like that's all part of the experience, and it feels different than I ever could have imagined it feeling, because, you know, we don't normally play our albums all the way through like that, but and I was kind of opposed to it at first, to be totally honest. I didn't really love the idea of doing it, but then when we did it the first time in LA a couple of years ago, and it felt totally different than I thought it would, and it just makes me appreciate also like what the music means to people, to the people that are listening to it, and you know, it's been like, you know, it's been a long time. It's been 24 years since that album came out, Morning View, and it's incredible 24 years later that it's still so vibrant to people that, you know, care about it.
Yes. Touring over Latin America almost a month. Is there any food or any phrase that caught your attention?
I ate so many tacos when I was in Mexico that like I think I got sick because I just ate I ate nothing but tacos for like a week. I love Mexican food so much. I love Peruvian food too though. So you know, like I mean, we've been here quite a few times, not just in Peru and in Latin America. I mean, we feel pretty at home here, you know, like I have friends that are from Lima and it's just an amazing place and like we're always going to come back here and keep playing.
Oh.
I'm sorry we stayed away for so long. I don't know what that was all about. Probably the pandemic had something to do with it, but you know, we're not going to stay away for 7 years next time.
And before we wrap up, could you send a shout out to the listeners of Radio Oxygen?
Hi, this is Mike from the band Incubus, and you're listening to Radio Oxygen.